Hello my dear students, in this video we are going to study about another most influential social reformer, that is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji. But Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is one of the great social reformer, as well as he is also known as the father of the Indian Constitution, because he was the chairperson of the Constituent Assembly, drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly. So beta, apart from that, you know this thing also, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was one of the important Dalit leader. He himself was Dalit, and therefore he experienced a lot of discrimination and humiliation because of this. He belonged to a Dalit caste. He belonged to a Meher caste of the Dalit. Meher is one of the caste among the Dalit. So because of this, he himself belonged to the untouchable Dalit caste. That's why he experienced a lot of humiliation and discrimination in the society in his childhood and in the younger age. That's why he decided to fight for the Dalit people. And regarding this, he was very much motivated, inspired by one of the Dalit leader, that was Jyotiba Phule. Regarding him, I told you in the previous video, Jyotiba Phule belonged to a Pune region and he himself was Dalit. And because of that, like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he also faced a lot of discrimination and humiliation in his childhood. And when he grew up, he started doing the work for the Dalit people. And regarding that, he wrote a book named Ghulamgiri also, which I told you in the previous video. So now beta Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. What about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar? He was a Dalit leader. He himself was Dalit, belonged to a Meher caste, therefore faced a lot of discrimination and humiliation. And he is also known as the father of the Indian Constitution, because he was the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly. Apart from all these things, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar established Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha in Bombay region for spreading the education among the Dalit people. Because according to him, the reform can be brought among the Dalit only through the education. When they got the education, then they got a certain important position in the politics also, and through that only their socio-economic condition can be changed. So that's why he established one of the sabha called Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha. What is the literal meaning of this? Bahishkrit. Bahishkrit means someone who get boycotted. Bahishkrit, boycott. Okay. Hitkarni means to did a favor. Okay. For the benefit. So the name of the sabha suggests that the Sabha was established, this committee was established for doing the favor, for doing the giving the benefit, providing the benefit to doing the favor to the Bahishkrit caste of the society, that is the Dalit caste. Okay, and it was established in Bombay, and how it bring a reform through the education. He also led one of the Satyagrah in the year 1827 called Mahad Satyagrah. Beta Mahad is the name of the place in the region of Maharashtra. So he led the Satyagrah in Mahad region. That's why the Satyagrah is known as the Mahad Satyagrah. And why he led the Satyagrah? This firstly, I am telling you the meaning of Satyagrah. Satya means truth. Grah means the thing done for achieving the truth. Okay. So Mahasatyagraha was done for giving the right to the Dalit people to drink the water from the public tank. Earlier it was the Dalit people, the untouchable caste, was not allowed to drink the water from the public tank. The people of the general caste considered that if any Dalit drink the water from that public tank, then the water of the whole tank will become impure. That's why the Satyagraha was launched by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in the year 1927, and which led the Dalit all get accommodated, and they go there, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar himself drink the water from that tank. In this way, they were allowed to drink the water in that public tank. Now another thing, he also started one of the important movement called Temple Entry movement in the region of Nasik, in the temple Kalaram temple. Temple entry movement, this thing you also know, the Dalit caste untouchable were not allowed earlier to enter into the temple and get the worship over there. So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar launched a movement called Temple Entry movement for giving the permission to the temple to enter it and did the worship over there. So this movement he launched from where he started, from a Kalaram temple which is in Nasik region, Maharashtra. Okay. In the year 1930. He recommended for abolition of the caste system, for reducing this discrimination in the society based on caste. He recommended the inter-caste marriages. According to him, when like other caste reformers, they also favored the inter-caste marriage, because this is the only way through which the caste discrimination can be reduced in the society. So he recommended inter-caste marriage as the remedy for the discrimination faced by the Dalit. For him, political empowerment is essential for changing the condition of untouchable. Political empowerment means to give the political power to the Dalit, and how the Dalit can get the political empowerment by entering into the country politics. He also published one weekly newspaper called Mok Nayak. Mok means to be quiet, and Nayak means leader. This newspaper he published for the leaders of the time of the country who were quiet, who were speaking for other things in the country, for the freedom, Indian freedom struggle, and for other kind of the social reform, but they were mocked on the caste discrimination which was faced by the Dalit people. So as the eye-opening for these leaders, he started publishing this weekly newspaper called Mok Nayak in the region of Bombay to spread awareness about the social evils which was faced by the untouchable and the lack of efforts made by the Indian leaders to remove this. Okay, so student, this is all about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Now we come to the Mahatma Gandhi. You know, Mahatma Gandhi was a great freedom fighter, nationalist leader. Apart from that, he was although a nationalist leader, but he was also the social reformer. And he is also said to be the father of the nation, the title for him. He worked as the social reform. He worked for improved condition of the women and for the caste also, for abolishing the untouchability, for reducing the caste discrimination in the society. And regarding this, what he did, he gave the name to the untouchable, as we call them the Dalit people, but he gave them the name Harijan. So this kind of a question can be asked in a competitive exam, who gave the name Harijan to the Dalit people. So the name Harijan was given by Mahatma Gandhi. What is the meaning of, literal meaning of Harijan? Hari means God and Jan means son, means the child, means children. So Harijan means the children of the God. So Mahatma Gandhi called Dalit as the children of the God. So he said through this that we can't discriminate with them because they are the children of the God, they are the son of the God. And regarding this, he founded Harijan Sevak Sangh to remove the social evil related to the untouchability from the society. So student, this is all about what the Mahatma Gandhi did for bringing the, for removing the caste discrimination from the society. Now beta, as in the chapter we have studied regarding the social evils which were there in the earlier society, and the things done by the people, by the social reformer for removing those. So now we study that there were certain communities also in India which did the work for removing the kind of the evils, social evils, or for bringing the reform among their own community. There were social reformers who did the work for bringing the reform in their community, like Parsi. Beta, Parsi are the people who are the follower of the Zoroastrian religion. Like there is a Hindu religion, Christian is the religion, and the follower of Christianity are known as the Christian. Christians are the follower and Christianity is the religion. In a similar way, Islam is the religion and the followers are known as the Muslims. In this way, Zoroastrian is the religion. Zoroastrian beta is a religion who are the fire worshippers, and they belong to the region of Iran. They came from the region of Iran. So Zoroastrian is the religion and the follower are known as the Parsis. Okay, now I hope you understood who are Parsis. Parsis are the follower of the Zoroastrian religion. Here are the name of the two Parsis people. One is the Dadabhai Naoroji. Dadabhai Naoroji, you all are familiar with him. He wrote an important book known as the Britishers and Un-British Rule and the Poverty, to remove the poverty from India, like this is the name. And Dadabhai Naoroji, for doing a lot of work in the freedom struggle, he is also given the title of the Grand Old Man. Grand Old Man of India, or he is also said to be the grandfather of India. The name of the book is Poverty by Dadabhai Naoroji is Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. Through that book, Dadabhai Naoroji tell us about the drain of wealth done by the Britishers, means the wealth of India taken by the Britishers to Britain from India through their economic policies. And because of that thing led to the poverty in India. So he analyzed all those things. Okay, beta, now come here. The reforms, the social reform bring by the these kind of the people like Dadabhai Naoroji among the Parsi community, this we were discussing. For bringing the reform among the Parsi community, he started a general called Rast Guftar. The literal meaning of this is voice of the truth or the truth teller, to tell the truth to the people regarding the Parsi, what is the good among the Parsi community, and to tell the Parsi community themselves to bring the reform among the community. And through this he also tried to spread the education among the girls. And for this purpose he also founded a society, a sabha called Rehnumai Magdayasan Sabha, to bring the reform among the Parsi community. Like that of the Dadabhai Naoroji and the Parsi community reformer, there was also a reformer among the Muslim community named Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. He was a great visionary person. Visionary person means beta, in the present time, the person who can vision time after the 100 years. That person is said to be the great visionary, जो आज में रहकर फ्यूचर को अच्छे से विजन करके उसके अकॉर्डिंग काम करे. Okay, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, therefore known as a great visionary, educationalist, because he did the work for bringing the education, and the Muslim reformer, because he bring a lot of reform among the Muslim community through the education. He founded the Scientific Society. He founded the Scientific Society for bringing to install the scientific temperament among the Muslim community. To rid away, he asked the Muslim community to rid away all the kind of the blind faith, and to think scientifically. So for this purpose, he established a scientific society. Apart from that, one of his greatest contribution is the establishment of a college, Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, which later on converted to the Aligarh Muslim University, which is there at present time also, and which is doing a great work. It is one of the national central level university, and it is doing a great educational reform work in the society. He also started a journal called Tehzeebul Akhlaq, and through this journal, Tehzeebul Akhlaq needs to bring a reform in the person behavior. For that, so all these are the social reformers, students. Regarding them, we have studied in this chapter. These were the social reformers who trying to remove the social evil related to the women or related to the caste in the society. And apart from these social reformers, there were also the community reformers who tried to bring the reform among their communities. So here we complete our chapter. Thank you all.